Roll. Let's get through this so you guys have enough time to at least start, if not finish the homework tonight. So a cone. All a cone is it's a pyramid, but with a circular base. That's all it is. It also has a Mission Impossible height. You're at the top. I don't know if the top's called an apex or not of a cone. I don't know that. But you're at the top. You drop your rope down. That's still the height. Remember, we had this piece yesterday of the pyramid, and that was half the base. Well, I'm just calling it the radius. Okay? I don't want to say half the base. It's the radius. And then you do have a slant height that finishes off that right triangle. You do have a slant height on your cone right there. That's on the side. All right? I do not. I don't know the answer to this. Maybe somebody can find it out. 19 years of doing this, I still don't know why they called the slant height L. I don't know. My best guess is maybe S is taken for something else, so they went to the next letter. But they use L for slant height. And it's in the formula for the lateral area. The lateral area of a cone, we're not going to play any games today about how do I find it. It's pi times the radius times your slant height. Done. Pi r L. And again, L, that's my slant height. That's the height on the side of the cone. All right. Real quick example. Let's leave our answer in terms of pi here. Pi r L. Here we go. Got a couple questions for some lucky person here. Let's get out of those and go to 4. 3. Eva. Radius. Am I going to plug in 3 for my slant height? No, that's the height. What can I use, just like I did yesterday, to find slant height? Pythag. We're done. A squared, B squared, C squared. A and B are your height and your radius. Height and radius are A and B. Slant height is C. Anybody know this combo? I feel like we've done it a ton this year. 3, 4, 5. Yep. There's a couple other famous combos out there too. We'll hit them today. Just leave it in terms of pi. So 20 pi, don't leave it naked, centimeters squared. I will give you a minute to figure out the surface area of a cone. What's the surface area formula for a cone? If you know what surface area really means. What's the surface area of a cone formula? If you know what surface area means now. Confident we have it. Remember, surface area just means put the base back on, or bases, but in this case, put the base back on. All right, let's go. Let's show off. $18. Let's roll.
Pi r L.
Lateral area plus
Pi r squared.
1 circular base. Good job, Claire. Perfect. All right, same cone as we just used above for the lateral area. Same cone, so don't do the work over again. But now find the surface area. So you already have 20 pi. And now I'm going to add on pi r squared, the area of that circle. So 4 squared. Do we ever talk about that? 4 squared? Great game. Anybody used to play it in elementary school? Great game. Great game. Did anybody ever play, or maybe you were that person who just made up rules all of a sudden as in the middle of the game as it was going on? Like you'd be like, all right, I do it, a cherry bomb, boom, and you'd be like, what rule is cherry bomb? Out of nowhere.
Snake
A little
eyes.
spin on the ball. Kids here, all of a sudden the ball's over here. Yep, breaking ankles.
That was such a good game. Play that. So fun.
No, but definitely was like you just need some chalk in the ball. That was no. She definitely did it like for me. She probably really
I like to make some of the spheres
Oh,
squares
she's all
smaller.
Why?
And then you don't go to small squares.
Well,
113, nearest whole number. 113 centimeters squared. All good? All right, I just want to practice a few, and then I'm going to let you go on the mixture problem at the end. All right, talk to me here. Let's hear from 24. Here we go. Great. Radius, Mahmood. It is 2. Can I use the 10 in here for my slant height? No. How do I find the slant height? Pythag. Good job. Great work. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys aren't going to like this one. You're not going to like this one. We taking the square root of 104? Yeah, I'm sure you are, but you know I don't want that decimal on your calculator. He does this every time. Why? Because we're in honors. Yes, breakdown 104. It's been a while. Breakdown 104. Don't be an embarrassment next year in Algebra 2, because you know how to do this. Come on. What number goes into 104 evenly?
32. It's free. Check it. I can click the clear button.
And I think we've talked about this before. How do you know if you've reached the biggest perfect square or not? I think we've talked about this. So everyone find out 4 goes into it. Yes, that's the first one. 4 does go into it. How many times? 26 times. So now you think maybe there's a number bigger than 4. Well, here's how you answer that question. 4 times what gave you 104? 26. Take that number. Is there another perfect square that goes into 26? Yes, no? Any perfect squares go into 26? No. So guess what? 4 was your biggest one. If your answer was yes, that means there's a higher one. All right, so check that second number. If there's a perfect square that goes into it, you didn't find the biggest. If there isn't, you found the biggest. All right? So square root of 4 times square root of 26. So this breaks down into 2 square root 26. Ooh, how do I leave that in terms of pi? What am I allowed to do up here? What's up, Amy?
Multiply the 2's.
You can multiply the 2's together. So a lot of different ways we could write this. We could write it 4 pi radical 26. You could write it, if you're really feeling nuts, 4 square root of 26, pi clearly on the outside of the radical. It's up to you, whatever you're feeling. It's all multiplication. Meters squared. Questions? Comments? All right. Before I get to number 2, this is going to come into homework tonight. I just want to make sure we're clear. At any time they draw a full diameter in and they point to what looks like half of it. They're telling you it's still the full diameter. So if I did 16 meters, I'm telling you that's the diameter. Okay? If they draw the full thing in and point to it, that means that's the full even if they're pointing to what looks like half of it, if they're telling you the length of the full diameter tonight. All good? If they want to tell you the radius, they'll just draw the radius in. All right, so that's that. That's over with. Let's find the lateral area. Pi r L. Ooh, a little something different here, huh? 4. Hi, Griff. How you doing? How you doing? Doing well? Okay, now I'll ask you the math questions. Did I give you the radius? No. Did I give you the lateral area? What is it? What's slant height? Did I give you the slant height?
Yes.
What is it? 17? How can I find the radius? Because you said I didn't give it to you. How can you find it? Pi fab, correct. 15 squared. Anybody know this common one? Or you will here in a second. Be careful. You're not solving for C anymore. You have C, it's 17. You're solving for the radius, which is either A or B. Another 3, 4, 5, another famous triple here. Blank 15, 17. What? 8. Eight, 15, 17. Anybody know another one? There's one more famous one. 3, 4, 5, 8, 15, 17, and anybody know the other famous pi fag triple? 5, 12, 13. Okay, never mind. Sorry. We won't geek out anymore. Just do the notes, funny guy, and get me to the homework. All right, surface area, nearest 10th. Let's finish this up. Pi RL. Now let's add in the pi r squared. Uh-oh. 6. Do we know the radius?
Yes.
What is it?
12.
12, not 24. Do we know the slant height?
No,
Not yet. We'll get to that in a second. Plus pi 12 squared. So I'm going to use 5. Don't use 24, right? In Pythagorean theorem, use 12. Oh, thanks. What's the slant height?
15.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. It was actually worth it listening to me just drone on there. And then one more here. Oh, 19. How about the radius? 6. Did I give you the slant height? No. Nope, we're going to need to find that. Plus pi 6 squared. Okay, honors kids, let's geek out again. Why I don't need to know to do Pythag here. Now, this is not a famous one, 6, 8 blank. It's not a famous one, but, ready? It is a multiple of a famous one. What do I mean by a multiple of a famous one here? 2.
Multiple of 2.
Of what? Of what famous one do you multiply 2 by?
I don't know.
Before pi.
How'd you know to multiply by 2, Paul?
I just know it's 10. I don't know.
Remember 3, 4, 5? right? That's our famous one, top of the food chain. Times 2, times 2, times 2. I'm just going to do pi fag. All right, that's fine. Do what you want. $60 plus 36 pi. 301.6. All right, ready to finish it up? You guys know the deal here. Find the surface area. 2 figures on top. Do not count what's missing. I can't say that enough. Don't just do cone plus cylinder, I'm done. Because there's something covered up on the cone and something covered up on the cylinder, which you cannot count. Let's do this. Let me know when you're done. I'll take a quick peek at your answer. Everyone watching at home. And this is nearest whole number. We're going to stick with the nearest whole number thing here. All right, nearest whole number. Nearest whole number.